It's even better now to be a musician today than it was yesterday. Did anybody have anything they want to mention? Or are you doing anything cool with Reason or guitars or triggers or MIDI or? Sure. That's where you all live. That's what you do. Right? What are you doing? Anything that I should know about? Give me some ideas, Matt.
You know how you just release like one tune at a time?
Yes.
Are people doing
Thanks
this?
for coming.
Are people doing this with classical music at all?
I'm sure they are, especially if they're original. The thing I'm finding is that YouTube seems to be my better venue if I want to do a cover. I wanted to release a couple of the instrumental things I recorded for my father because he likes standard tunes. He doesn't mind if Beatle tunes as long as they're instrumental. And I did some nice guitar versions of these things, sometimes solo guitar, sometimes layered things. And I thought, you know, that came out so nice, I should release it because not many people know who I am, Lauren Passarelli. Who's that playing guitar? But if they go to find If I Fell or And I Love Her or, you know, a famous song, it might pop up on the search in iTunes. They might stumble on it, listen to it, say, that's nice, what else does she do?
Yeah.
And then they'll lead them back to my songs. But when I talked to CD Baby about it, I had to pay a blanket fee, which I didn't do, but they recommended you pay a blanket fee of $350 per year for each cover song that you want to do, regardless of how many people download it. Nobody could possibly download it. It could be 5, it could be 5,000 if somebody's well known, right? But they still have to pay the same blanket fee. I don't think that's right. I think since you have to write up all the exact paperwork and the publisher and the writers and everybody is, you know, we all have our numbers and our things with our performance rights organizations. We're all signed up and categorized, right? When you buy that one song on iTunes, the correct percentages should go to the right places. Right then and there, point of sale. It's not like I'm making 20,000 CDs, so I got to pay Harry Fox and here's what I'm expecting to sell. These are iTunes, they're virtual. I have no idea how many I'm going to sell. To spend $350 a cover tune doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know? So I put my fun stuff of cover things on YouTube, where everything is free and easy. And if people like them, then they find me on iTunes and listen and buy things there. So that was her question. You don't need to know the answer.
Okay.
You do. Cool, Dan.
On the track 6, was that piano triggered by a guitar?
On track 6, yes.
It was.
Yes. And I think that was a piano right in Logic. The Fender Rhodes one in the song Sweetest Thing was actually Vintage Keys, that module that EMU made a bunch of years ago. It was so cool because I really wanted one of those that had the Mellotron in it and all that stuff. We haven't seen that since Abbey Road Keys came out. Make it available. And nice accordions. There's all kinds of really cool sounds that almost get extinct. Hey, my ride is here. And you can't find them. So I had to be on a waiting list for EMU manufacturing because all those boxes were gone. They weren't making anymore. So I just kept calling retail stores all around the country and way up north in Maine where things must be a lot slower. They still had a new one in a box. And so I was able to get the Vintage Keys. So you have to ask around for some of these things. But, you know, my God, Logic and all the refills for Reason now, I just got a whole bunch of refills. Oh my God, the sounds you can get sidetracked, you know, in the studio, like you don't even finish writing the tune, you're already half arranging it and playing with all these different colors.
How good is it with like pitch bends? So like if you trigger like a MIDI sound, Logic person, like
How
you bend the string, like how?
Oh, well, if you bend a guitar string on a piano, you're going to get ding, 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 ding. It's going to be like you triggered it with a keyboard. Yeah, it's not going to respond to the bends. But Jen, the keyboard player who just left, was just telling me that they make a keyboard controller that you, even though it's like this, you hold it around your neck like a guitar, and you can play them. There's something, I don't know if it's a pitch bend wheel or what, but you can bend your piano notes to get them to sound like a guitar. So we all have alter egos, I think. We all want to be every instrument. And she says she can't wait to get one of those. Just to bend some notes. But you know, I had a Gibson ES446. It was a gorgeous guitar. The tone was amazing, and I'm so glad I got to record with it on my instrumental CD. But I couldn't keep it. It was like every fret was so jumbo. I mean, almost triple the size of this and double the height, double and a half the height. They're all custom made, so they come off the assembly line in different ways. And when I played it, my fingertips hurt. If I tried to slide a note like a glissando, it sounded like the piano, ding, 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 and my tips would ache because the frets were just too high. They were speed bumps for me. They were just like impossible, so I had to sell that guitar. And I never saw that many of them around, so I don't know if any of them are different. If I saw another one, it was just slightly sanded differently, or different size frets put in, or different measurements of the neck where they were definitely lower. Jim Kelly was saying, oh, you should have just had them filed down. But the tone was so amazing, I was afraid that that was part of it. You know, the guitar was custom made, beautiful as it was, so I just sold it as it was to someone that just was a much bigger person that didn't even notice it, you know. So, got to be careful of that. Instruments are made for different sized people. Most of Gibsons are so big they could be an apartment for me. Anything else? That's cool, that's great. We all got to get to a 210 class, right? Thank you so much for coming. You know, email me if you want to carry on the conversation, and have fun doing your recordings. I'd love to hear some. That's what we do in my pop rock songwriting lab that we need to get to right now. Thank you.